morning, good morning, good afternoon, good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
from wherever you are. Hello, hello. It's so good to be here. It's so good to see you. Good evening, Yat E, Wash Day, Hola, Manahu, Hioho, Mitakiape, Ava Cordovi, Machiape, Malakota, and Taos Pueblo. Good evening, everybody. My name is Ava Cordova. Um, my Dama is Joseph Conquilla Cordova. My Ina or my Ka is Patricia Crow Cordova. I am the owner operator of AC and Associates. I'm a co-host for today's show. I'm a mother, a grandmother, and Unchi. I'm sixth generation from Chief Red Cloud, and I'm so excited to be here with you all. I'd like to introduce this amazing, this beautiful, this wonderful co-host of mine, my ride or die, my backup, my fly girl, Robin. Boop, boop, boop. Gomez.
Hey, bro, I will forever be your hype girl. Just want to throw it out there. Like I'm here for it. I'm here. But I just want to say good afternoon, everybody. Piali, Notoka, Robin Gomez, Newa Chicana, and Huichol. So hello, relatives. My name is Robin Gomez. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. My pronouns are she, hers. I am Chicana and Huichol, also known as Wurika. And I'm just really happy to be here with you all. And as Avril mentioned, I get to hang out with Avril and be her hype girl. So, you know, I'm here for it, Avril.
Yay! I'm so excited. I'm so happy. We've come a long way from the time that you were behind the camera to now you're in front of the camera. We're going to dance, we're going to laugh, we're going to sing. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's been a few months since we've been here, but we are so excited to be here today. Today is March 9th, and the Pukúu Wellness Hour would like to welcome you back for today's live event. It's so great to see you all here again for the Wellness Hour, and we are so happy to be back and bring you some fun, great information, and some amazing guests. We're honored to welcome the COVID response team from United American Indian Involvement. Let us know where you're checking in from. We see Songtree Payochi from Farmington. We see Terry Rios. We see Kevin Hale. Who else do we see? It's like that mirror. I don't remember what that lady's name was, but it's like that mirror. Angel, we had check-ins from Oregon. We see so many great people. Let us know where you're checking in from. I'm actually streaming in from Tongva territory. So if you know the lands that you're representing, please let us know in the comments. Let us know where you're checking in from. Thank you to those that have already registered for today's event. If you didn't get a chance to register yet, you still have time. You can still register for today's event with a free chance to win online giveaway, which include a $25 electronic gift card and a special gift from our friends at UAII. We'll have several of the electronic giveaways, the electronic gift cards. So make sure that you click on the link or um, go to the link, and it can be found at bit.ly/PWH March 9th. PWH is the acronyms for Pukúu Wellness Hour. So
Absolutely. It's also in the chat. Also, know that it's also in our bios. But yes, please register so we can get a chance to not only honor our sheroes and heroes today, but we also want to give you a raffle just for spending some time with us and, just joining in the fun.
yeah, so there's a lot of people that are checking in. Robin Thundershield is saying hello, checking in from Los Angeles Tongva territory. We also have Sandra Hale that's checking in. Um, we also have Jennifer V checking in from the illegally occupied Kingdom of Hawaii. And thank you guys all for being here. Shelly is checking in from Santiam, native land. I hope I said that right. If I didn't say that right, apologies, but we just want to make sure that we're honoring you and allowing you to let us know where you're checking in from. It's so good to interact and be able to be here again with you all. It's been a long time, and I'm so grateful and thankful to be here with Robin. So we're gonna go ahead and keep it rolling, keep it
Keep it
rolling.
rolling. April, you sing. I'm just your backup dancer. Like I'm ready
Keep
for this.
it rolling. I think there's this song, and I'll figure it out when we come back from something. It's something about gonna keep on rolling. These monkeys don't stop the show, or something like that. Anyways, I'll come up with a better song
You sing
later.
it, I dance it. That's
Okay.
the role. See, I take the hype girl like very seriously. But thank you, relatives. Thank you for joining in. Please continue to put in the chat your name, tribal affiliation, where are you zooming, or where, well, actually where we're broadcasting, but where are you residing on? So I'm currently on the unceded territory and lands of the Fernandina Tatavian Band of Mission Indians, which is in the Northeast San Fernando Valley, which is now known as Pasinga. So this is where I'm at, but we love to continue hearing from you all as we continue rolling, April.
Yeah. We'll keep
Rolling,
on rolling.
rolling,
Keep on rolling.
rolling.
We're going to go ahead and shout out a couple of people that have made our Pukúu Wellness Hour such a great event. Robin, do you want to do collaboration and working together with these great people?
Absolutely. We just want to say thank you so much to all our sponsors and collaborators for today's show. Of course, we have the Pukúu Cultural Community Services, which is our team. Woo! We got AC and Associates. We got powwows.com, Connor Chi, Navajo Nation theme song. Thank you so much for the beautiful, beautiful intro that you heard. And of course, everyone else who's with us. We want to thank the County Board of Supervisors. And of course, we want to thank Legacy LA, the Heroes Live Here. As you know, April, we got nominated for this amazing 56 Champions Live Here. So we're able to provide this amazing show and just kind of have some fun with the community and honor again our sheroes and heroes.
Yes, there's so many great individuals that have made dedications to their life, to being a mother, a grandmother. And we'd like for you, if you want to, put in the chat who has inspired you, who has been there for you, who has taken the time to say, I love you or support you. And it doesn't have to have been recently, it could have been when you're growing up. Just let us know where and who it is that has helped you um, be a hero, who has loved you, who has supported you. For me, it's been a lot of different people, from the time that I was small to the time that I was, you know, resting and needed somebody to help support me, from my sisters to my mother-in-law to my grandma's, my grandma, my mother, my daughter, my granddaughter. There's so many great individuals that have helped me. And in Los Angeles and all over Indian country, from Jennifer Varenchek to so many great individuals here. Carrie Castro, there's so many great individuals that we'd like to recognize as sheroes and heroes, and we'd like for you to recognize as well. So in the chat, let us know where and who has helped you and supported you as a shero and a hero. It can be anybody that has supported you.
Yeah, so throughout our show, as we continue rolling, I think that's just going to stick with us. As we continue rolling along, please continue to put in the chat, comment, please share with us who were these people who have inspired you? Who are these people who really supported you? I think one of the lovely things about our community is that we're very strong and resilient and, really honoring our sheroes, our heroes, and all the beautiful people who have really blessed us and really just supported our journey. And so continue to put that throughout the chat, through our time together as we keep rolling.
Gonna keep on rolling. There's a lot of people that make this event happen, not only us in front of the screen, but there's so many people behind the screens. Our sheroes and heroes, from B to Evelyn to Barbie to, so many great individuals in community that are watching as well. Um, we appreciate you and are so thankful that you can be here. We want to say thank you for being here. If this is your first time, welcome. If you have joined us before, thank you for coming back. If you're watching this in the replay, we appreciate you. Please feel free
Mhm.
to like, share, invite, comment. And again, to our moderators, they're watching the chat. Shout out to Evelyn, who's watching that chat, and B, and they can highlight and will highlight the messages that come in. So we're going to go ahead and keep it rolling. Gonna keep it rolling and have Robin talk a little bit about other things.
Thank
When
you,
Pukúu was
April.
founded.
So I do want to just give a big shout out to our amazing team, because on a daily through the pandemic, we have our amazing sheroes and heroes, everything from Jose Mosquera to Victor Mendoza, Carrie Castro, Stephanie Cruz, Stephanie Barbosa, Evelyn Cabral, of course, Lawrence, Orozco, who supports Harmagna, and then, of course, we have our MSW interns who support our team, which is Bed Curel, and of course, Debbie Debbie Quinteros, who always helps us out and is there to support. So it definitely takes a big team to support us. And of course, all our sheroes and heroes as we continue going on. Of course, our board of directors, our founders. So we'll continue to highlight all these amazing people that support Pukúu and make Pukúu who we are.
Yes, and Dr. Acuna, I see you.
Yes.
Dr. Acuna is an amazing shiro. She has developed some great information that we are going to take and run with. And just from past shows, you all, who have registered, and please know that registration closes today at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So you have about 15 minutes left to register for this event. And once you register, it gives us some information on where you're checking in from, what you want to see, what you want to hear, if what we're sharing has helped you. All of that information has been compiled by Dr. Acuna. And man, it's just so great to see data from our own community, during COVID, how we can help heal, how we can help heal together. I always say that healing is a journey, it's not a destination. We can be fine 1 minute but the next minute not. So I just want to say great shout outs to Dr. Acuna and to all of you who have made this event such a success.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And, along with that, Avra, I really appreciate how you said healing together. That really resonates with me, especially as we've gone through the pandemic together. And we have been in community together, and we have found outlets to continue to support one another. So thank you so much. We have a comment. Avra, do you want to read our comment?
Sure. It says hold on, give me a moment. I have my glasses on, but my Emarista sisterhood, my sisters that take my call in crisis and celebration, strength of my ancestors, Philip Herrera, who gave me that male perspective, and of course, my family. Thank you so much for sharing that, for taking the time and getting out of your comfort zone to share that with the world, this platform. It's always great to recognize our relatives, our ancestors, or even those people that might not think that we're thinking of. People have texted me and said, I'm praying for you, or I haven't reached out, but you've been in my thoughts. And, that changes so many things when you hear somebody and you don't think that nobody's there to support you, but there really is people there to support you. So thank you all for sharing, taking a step out of your comfort zone and sharing. Make sure that you can do this all throughout the show. We're
Mhm.
going until 7 o'clock. and all throughout the show. But you do only have until 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time to register for today's event. And what we're going to be giving out is four gift cards, electronic gift cards, to Amazon.
That's correct.
Okay, and don't forget Amazon Smiles. So there's this thing, if you all shop on Amazon, you can register for Amazon Smiles and pick Pukúu as your nonprofit of choice. And whatever you purchase through Amazon will a little bit goes back to Pukúu to help bring these wonderful events and things such as OSIS. So, do you want to talk a little bit about OSIS?
Absolutely. So I'm going to share a little bit about Pukúu and what we do. So I'm just very excited, and I just want to say thank you to everybody. So Pukúu Cultural Community Services was founded by Pukúu Cultural Community Service. I'm sorry, was founded by the Fernandinian Tatavian Band of Mission Indians, here to invest in sustainable programs that bridge and improve opportunities for American Indians with culturally based community services now and future generations. This is a role that Pukúu has been able to fill successfully ever since. For example, Pukúu provides services for family in needs, elders, new expecting mothers, and our community with disabilities, members with food, and other supportive social services. This is many thanks to our county resources as well as donations from community that has allowed us to be a source of support and connection in the American Indian community and for our surrounding neighbors. As Averill mentioned, we have our one-stop emergency services, OSIS. This provides funding, resources, case management to American Indians and individuals in needs. We provide everything from assisting with rental assistance, utility, food, transportation, and other needs that are identified for the families. We definitely try to connect you with other local resources. We have our Haramakna American Indian Culture Center in the San Gabriel Mountains. We offer cultural programming, including our Pukúu Wellness Hour, including COVID-19 education and other wellness topics that we're doing in our community. In addition, we also provide scholarships. So when you do sign up for little programs like Amazon Smiles, it does definitely go a long way just because you are supporting the support of, we have 3 scholarships that we usually offer. So those scholarships, you can get more information from our website and you can look them up. We have the Tomiar Rudy Ortega scholarship. We have the Caitlin Gully, and we also have the Austin Martin scholarship. So please, I invite anybody that is in higher ed, follow and get more information through our website about our scholarships. With the partnership of the City of San Fernando and our founders, the Fernandinian Tatavian Band of Mission Indians, we were able to recognize the need to invest in our youth with the Tuchint Youth Empowerment Program. Tuchint meaning youth in the Serrano language. This is a community-based led diversion program with 3 goals. We want to help support increased cultural competency by providing cultural programming, reduce incarceration recidivism via case management support, and improve academic services such as tutoring services. So Tuchint Youth Empowerment aims to create social justice leaders by reclaiming our Indigenous knowledge and focusing on holistic approaches to well-being. Pukúu youth programs include, as well as our Youth Leadership for Health. This is a new program to engage youth in social justice advocacy surrounding a community health issue using an Indigenous and holistic approach. Our youth leaders are able to learn transformative youth skills rooted in growth, healing, and personal transformation. So if you or anyone needs any assistance, especially emergency services, please call 818-336-6105. We service all of Los Angeles County, and some resources are limited only to the San Fernando Valley, but we primarily service all of LA County. Please stay updated with Pukúu on social media accounts that we have on Facebook and as well as on Instagram. So I just want to say thank you so much, and I'll pass it back to Averill. You're muted, Averill. I think that's still my favorite phrase. You're muted. 2 years later, and we're still like, you're muted.
I know. I had it off for a whole long I had it unmuted for a whole long time, and then I was like, I better mute myself in case something happens. But anyways, I wanted to thank you for all of that great information. I know that the youth program is amazing. OSIS program is amazing. I know that I've been getting some inquiries about your food pantry that has happened before. So maybe you can talk about that later or now. Or and also the other thing that I want to ask, and just to clarify for anybody that's watching, is that the services are in San Fernando, California, in the United States.
Mhm.
And do you have to show a CDIB or proof of verification that you're native to enroll in your programs?
That's a really great question. You don't. So we do offer support to self-identified natives, state recognized, federally recognized relatives. So thank you so much for asking that. But yeah, we service everyone in Los Angeles County in the United States. So, we do get a lot of viewings from different countries. So we should definitely state that. We currently don't have a food pantry program right now. That's something that we'll be releasing more information. I know right now we have been posting information locally. There's been a lot of great organizations, and even our Board of County Supervisors have created different food banks that have been going on. So we're still posting that information. But I do want to just say, just thank you for joining us today. Great information and good medicine. We also have the COVID response team, Jacqueline Jimenez, that's going to be on, and Jose Salvadera. So we're going to be able to also give more information and put their contact information as well as they present.
Awesome. Thank you. And I know another area, if you're in the Los Angeles area, that you can call is 211. 211 is a great resource where you just call it on your phone, and they can also provide some food banks and other testing sites, COVID sites, and also provide you, the government is now sending testing kits to your home. And if you've already received one request, they recently, I believe this week, said that you can request another one.
Mhm.
So contact 211. You can go to their website. Pukúu also, we can provide more information if that's information that you're looking for. But 211 in the Los Angeles area is a great resource to find not only food, but other help as well.
Absolutely. Even 211 has a great resource online. I always encourage people to visit the website to check out and navigate the system, because a lot of the times when you call 211, you get an operator and then you're like, yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm asking for. And then people get frustrated. So sometimes if you go online, you look at the categories and then you call asking for that support, it kind of helps a little bit when you're on the phone, and it reduces some of the frustration, because the operator is like, well, how can I help you? And then sometimes the person's on the line's like, I'm not really sure. So that's where you can also call us, call our agencies like UAI, Pukúu, where we have case managers available, where we can kind of help you navigate some of these supportive services. I'm glad you brought up the COVID, because a lot of great information is also on myturn.org. .gov. If you go to that site, you also get a lot of COVID information as well.
Awesome. Thank you. There's a lot of great ways that we like to open the show, which from um, shouting out you all, for thanking you all for being here, from recognizing the lands that we're on. As I stated, I'm streaming in on Tongva territory, and the also the other one that we like to do is prayer. So I'm going to go ahead and take that time to do just a brief prayer. I don't know if all of you, I work a lot. I do a lot of different types of cultural trainings, and one of them is to youth, and actually to teaching youth, which is your youth program. I always open my programs or my trainings with a prayer. And a lot of the times I say, is there anybody that would like to pray? And then what I hear a lot is that I don't know how to pray, or I was never taught how to pray. And not only youth, but adults as well. You can believe in whoever you believe in. My dad always taught me, I have my Indian God and I have my my God. So living as an indigenous individual, as a native individual, we have different practices. But what I like to do is I always like to open our programs in a good way. So for me, that good way is smudging, and smudging can be with different types of things. Right here, I have California white sage. Um, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is just light a little bit of it, which is called smudging, and then let it burn, and then you'll see the smoke that's coming from it. So usually, different people, different tribes, they pray differently. Some people believe not to use a lighter. Some people want to use matches, but you do it however you're going to do it. So I'm just going to take a few moments to say something brief. Creator, we come to you today with open hearts and open minds, thankful for the many blessings that you provide us on a minute, monthly, second basis, from the ability to walk, talk, be here today to learn some great information, to have some fun, to laugh. Whether it's laughing at something that we say or laughing at us, we just still got to laugh. May you continue to watch over the individuals that are watching. May you keep them healthy, wealthy, and safe. May you watch over the individuals that might be watching this in the replay. May you keep them strong. May you keep them healthy. May you keep love in their heart. Help us to have a great day. Help us to learn our ways. Help us to use our cultural ways. Help us to reach out for support if we need support. Um, just wanting to give love to all that are watching, and have you ask that you bless them as you have blessed me. Ta'a, pila mayaye, gracias, etiahet, ajonas le, ajonas le, ajonas le. Amen. Thank you. Ta'a. Thank you so much for allowing me that time to pray, to say a little bit something. We do care about you. If somebody hasn't told you today, we love you. And I'm sending you a great big hug to sending to you. It's been a long time since I've seen people, and when I do see them, I like to give them great big hugs. So thank you for being here. We're going to go ahead, and we have some special guests, and we're going to go ahead and bring those special guests on right now. Joining us today for some great information and some good medicine is the COVID response team. And our moderators are going to go ahead and bring them on. We have the beautiful Jacqueline Jimenez. Boo, boo, boo.
Thank you. Thank you for introducing me. Thank you for having us, by the way. Really appreciate it very much.
You're
Absolutely.
welcome.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
We also have Jose. We'll have you go ahead and introduce yourself, and we'll step away and we'll let you run your presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. So, thank you for having us again. My name is Jose Saavedra. I am a CHW with UAII, and this is my coworker, Jacqueline Jimenez, CHW at UAII as well. And we're very happy to be here today.
Okay, let me share my screen. One sec. Right. Sorry, let me go to the start. Okay. Can you see the presentation? Okay, great.
Yeah, there it is.
One sec. Let me just pull it to the side. Okay. So, Jose, would you like to start, please?
Great. Yeah, so again, we are CHWs with UAII. I am Jose, and this is Jacqueline. And today we have a couple of COVID updates for you as of March 7th, 8th. So we kind of took some information from the last 2 days and put them together here for you.
Okay. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about our CHW program at UAII. So the purpose of the program is to aid Native American and Alaska Native communities with COVID-19 response services, including vaccinations, testing sites, contact tracing, and PPE, as well as introduce health literacy for preventive measures and early detection of disease. We also do community we assist community members on one-on-one appointments to find and utilize needed health and human services. So like if you need assistance finding a new mental health clinic or health clinic as well. Or if you need help paying your gas, we help you and we try to find these resources for you and provide them to you. We also promote linkages, establish referrals to partner programs and services when applicable, and following up. So if we can't find services for you within our organization, we find other organizations that we're partnered up with and see if they can help you as well. Okay, and some of the services that we provide at CHW program is personal protective equipment, so PPE, such as face masks, hand sanitizers, disinfectant wipes. We usually provide these in packets, and they come with all the stuff that I just mentioned in it. We also do COVID-19 outreach and updates. And like previously stated, we do referrals to culturally competent care and resources. We also do community presentations like the one we're doing today, but we also go a little bit more in depth about COVID updates as well. And we do follow-ups to ensure access to necessary resources. So we take you in as a client, we make sure that we stay up to date with you, and we follow up. We ask you if we were able to fulfill your needs, and if not, then we try to find something. But the main point is we make sure that you get the help. Okay.
Thank you, Jacqueline. So we keep the train rolling here, and you have some of the LA County and LAUSD updates. So as of March 12th, 2012, so in about 3 days, the state of California and the LA County Department of Public Health are lifting the indoor mask requirements for schools. They had previously lifted, as you'll see a little bit later on, the outdoor mask requirements for students, but now the indoor mask requirements will also be lifted. Although the LA County Public Health Department does continue to recommend masking indoors in public settings to protect those at elevated risks. So we have a couple of bits of data here for you. And there were 531 new positive cases reported on Sunday, 1,144 new positive cases reported yesterday. Change that. And 43 new deaths due to COVID-19 in Los Angeles County for Sunday and March 7th.
Okay. Let's see.
And these are some things you need to know about the post-surge plan. These come from LA County. So as far as masks go, masks are still required indoors where COVID-19 is likely to spread. This includes public transit, healthcare settings, homeless and emergency shelters. And reiterating the point we made earlier with LAUSD is that masks are still required indoors for now until March 12th. As of right now, though, LAUSD had announced that masks would not be required at recess, eating periods, during any athletics, or as long as they were outdoors. And you should still continue to get a COVID-19 test if you were exposed to COVID or if you are feeling any symptoms. And then to find free LA County testing sites near you, you can visit this website that we have right here. It's covid19.lacounty.gov/testing. You can also use the LA County Pickup Testing Kit program that you'll find on the lacounty.gov website, or the LA County Home Test Collection Program. And then that way you can receive some COVID-19 tests.
Okay, so let's get a little bit into the COVID-19 vaccine eligibility. Okay, so when it comes to five-year-olds and older, Pfizer is recommended. And when it comes for the Moderna, 18 and older is recommended. And then for the primary series for the Pfizer, it would be 2 doses, 21 days apart. And for Moderna, it would be 2 doses, 28 days apart. And for the booster dose, everyone ages 12 and older who got Pfizer for their primary series should get a booster dose. People 18 and up can get any of the 3 vaccines. Pfizer or Moderna are preferred over a J&J booster. People ages 12 to 17 can get the Pfizer vaccine. When it comes to the Moderna, everyone who can get the booster, it would be everyone who got their Moderna for their primary series should get a booster dose. Can get any of the 3 vaccines. Pfizer, Moderna are preferred over a J&J booster. And then when it comes to the Johnson & Johnson, 18 and older is recommended for the eligible age, and it's only one dose. And then also for the booster dose, everyone who got J&J for their primary series should get a booster dose. Can get any of the 3 vaccines, Pfizer and Moderna are preferred over J&J booster. Sorry about that, my puppy's in the back. This includes if you have any mildly or severely weakened immune system. The reason the J&J booster is not as highly recommended as the Pfizer or Moderna is because of the adverse side effects that it's been giving. So that's why they are doctors are recommending you get the Pfizer and the Moderna. When it comes to the Pfizer Moderna, when to get the booster, it should be 5 months after your second dose for the Pfizer, and as well for 5 months after your second dose for Moderna. For the Johnson & Johnson, you should get the booster 2 months after your J&J dose. And then lastly, for your additional third dose for people with weak immune systems, people ages 5 or older who have a mildly or severe weakened immune system should get an additional dose of the same vaccine as their primary series. Children 5 and 17 should only get a Pfizer vaccine. And when they should do this is at least 28 days after your second dose. So as of now, children 5 and older are recommended to get Pfizer. They haven't promoted like getting the Moderna or the Johnson & Johnson just yet. Okay, so sorry, we have a question. So we're gonna actually answer all the questions at the end of our presentation. One sec.
Luna.
Sorry about that. So where can you get your N95 face mask? So you can reach out to us, the CHWs, the Community Health Outreach Workers, and our health clinic for free mask. Individuals can also reach out to local pharmacies and health centers that have participated in the federal retail pharmacy program that has helped to deliver COVID-19 vaccines, such as Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Albertson companies. To find a community health center distributing free N95 masks, you can also go to findinghealthcenter.hrsa.gov. UAI's health clinic and again our clinic, our health clinic and our program is also providing them. So you can just always just send us a text message, a call, or email, and we can provide those for you. We actually do home deliveries, so we can take these to your home. So you don't have to make the trip all the way to our organization.
Thank you, Jacqueline. And now, kind of changing pace a little bit, I want to give you a little bit more information about 2 great departments that we have that really can provide services to youth, especially. So UAI offers several youth services and programs that provide support and guidance to help children, teens, and young adults ages 5 to 18. This includes understanding Native culture, educational support, tutoring, job skills, and creating a resume, substance abuse prevention and teen pregnancy awareness, suicide counseling, foster care support, and important leadership and team skill building. UAI is really here to help the youth take the first steps into adulthood with confidence. And as you can see here, we have listed some of the things that we help with in our American Indian Clubhouse department. So we have the after-school program where we help with tutoring and hold workshops. There's the Education High School program, Central High School. We have recreation camps, youth team sports. So right now we're in the middle of a basketball season, and we also have cheerleading going on. So our basketball team has a tournament championship final to play on Sunday. So that's really exciting. And then we have Leadership Governing Council of the AIC Youth Council that promotes volunteering in the community, advocating with voices, equity, and healing. And then our workforce department has these resources for students. So we have post-secondary training assistants. So we help assist students with 2 and 4 year higher education programs. There are vocational and occupational resources, which assist students with the tools needed to find, enroll in, and succeed in occupational or vocational training programs. And we also offer free career counseling, where students receive one-on-one college and career counseling from our team of workforce specialists.
And now we're actually going to play a quick video of the workforce program. I think you guys would like it very much.
Their main focus here at UAII Workforce Development is on the clients. They want to better serve the community. They want to help our communities. This is their place for them to come and for them to seek help, whatever it is. They could be spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, in every single way. This department wants to help you. They want to help you be successful, and they've helped me be successful. Hi, my name is Tencha Espino. I'm Navajo Diné, born to the Middle People for the Mexican People Clan. I'm in recovery now, and I'm actually going to school at East Los Angeles College. When I found out about workforce development, they do offer 2- and 4-year programs. I was working graveyard shift, and I wanted to get a full-time job, and they told me that this would be the place to help me.
Hi, my name is Richard Cruz. I am Black Pecani, and I was born in Browning, Montana, but raised my whole life in Boyle Heights, California. What I would tell other people about UAII, my experiences here, that it's a wonderful place, really friendly staff, very resourceful, and they get you what you need. And when you go for job interviews, they get you cards for work attire and suits and pretty much anything else you need. Transportation, such as tap cards, and if you need gas, they can get you gas cards too for your vehicle if you're running a little low on end.
We'll help you on your plans for your education, for your career, because if you're successful, then we're successful. We're funded by the Department of Labor, and we do understand there's other places that anybody can go to, but what makes us unique and different is that we're for our people, by our people.
I was skeptical at first, but I let my guard down. I'm here to testify that it worked. UAI workforce is different from a lot of other places that are out there for the public in general. Here, I feel like it was a lot more understanding. People really take the time to go tackle issues and help me on a one-on-one.
I'm a product of workforce development.
This program here at UAI has really impacted my life.
I wouldn't be where I am without them.
Okay, so that was actually our video from Workforce. One second. Okay, so then, yeah, that was our presentation. Do you guys have any questions or concerns? I know we got a couple questions. Let's see. Okay, I heard that the at-home tests are not thorough with the results. Is this true, and why? Also, do the COVID tests also test for the new variants? Also, when will the city start administering the second booster? Okay, so when it comes to the take-home at test, as far as I know right now, currently, I don't believe that they have the most current variants. It doesn't test for the most current variants. It does test for the older version, so it would be Delta. I think they are working on it, and it's the tests are liable. The likelihood of it not working is very minimal, which is why the tests were actually and were in mass production are being delivered. Also, let's see. When will the city start administering the second booster? Jose, can you give me a hand with that part, please?
So there hasn't actually been a specific date for the second booster. I think they're still trying to hash it out. And then just to go back to the previous question as well, keep in mind that the at-home rapid tests are most effective if you are feeling symptoms of COVID. They'll give you a better understanding of, kind of what the deal is. But whether, you get a positive or a negative result, especially if you are having symptoms, it's best to always go and get a PCR test. That's going to be your most safe bet to really, understand what's going on, see if you are positive or negative, and then, you can go from there.
Okay, let's see.
Then I see that we had the question for dental services at UAII are coming soon. They're actually getting all of that ready and getting everything set up at UAII.
Again, and I also want to just mention, we actually currently have take-home tests. So if anyone is interested, you can contact me and Jose, and we can work on setting up a date and a time to deliver those to your home.
Yeah, you're welcome, Renee.
Questions?
Thank you for asking.
Any more questions for us? We would be happy to answer them.
While we're waiting for questions in the comments, we do have some questions that we would like to ask you from the show. So,
Of course.
this month is International Women's Month, and we want to know, who are your sheroes or heroes that you want to recognize or shout out or say?
Wow. I think for me, first of all, it would be my mom, because I wouldn't be where I am now if it wasn't for my mother. Um, my grandmother as well. I've been thinking a lot about my grandmother lately. I didn't have a really strong bond with her, but for some reason, as of late, I've been thinking a lot about her. So I'm very grateful to have had both of them. I have my mom now, but my grandmother passed away a couple years ago. If it wasn't because of my grandmother, my mom wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be here. So I guess I look up to these two women. Yeah.
Awesome. What about you?
So for me, I think two heroes that come to mind would definitely be my mom, right? Like the pillar of the family. I think there's really no other answer besides that. But also my best friend, she's a nurse. She's been on the front lines through this whole pandemic and still studying, still going to school, furthering her education and just seeing that drive, right? That relentless drive to accomplish your goals. It's really inspiring to me. So I'd have to say those two.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. It's a lot of times in life that we are so supported and loved by certain people, but we don't shout them out or we don't say thank you. So thank you to all of those individuals that are watching and past individuals, our ancestors that have made us who we are. Thank you for answering that question. I know we have one more question. How about eye care service?
So we currently don't have eye care services, but I think we can work on helping you connect if you do need. Well, of course, we can help. Sorry, I need to be more direct. Of course, we don't have them, but we can help find you someone that can provide that eye care service that you need.
Awesome.
Health Project can help with that.
Awesome. Great. In your video, I just want to say thank you so much for all the great information. The last part of it was Tensha saying how she is a product of workforce development. I'm also a product of workforce development, so I'm I support, all of the services that are happening at your location, and I am so thankful for having an IHS here in the Los Angeles area. So shout out to Workforce. They do amazing. Proud of
Yes,
you guys.
all the sheroes and heroes at Workforce. Woo!
Yeah, Workforce is great. Tench great. Richard is
really
great,
are.
as you see that. So yeah, we're just happy to help, happy to get these services out to the community.
Again, like, we just want to reiterate that we want to help. So contact us if you need any kind of services. Even if we can't help you with those resources, we'll find a place that can help you. So contact us. Give us a text message, an email, a phone call, and we will get back to you. And
Thank you.
again, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Jackie.
I just wanted to say again, thank you for having us and for allowing us to do this presentation. It's really much appreciated. And we're happy to be able to connect with you and with everyone that's here with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you again so much for being here and sharing those resources to the community. I have a question. Can you stick around to do the wheel, fun of wheel?
The
Dang.
Wheel of Wonder.
Oh, our wheel of wonder. Woo! We gotta spin that wheel. So we're gonna ask you to dance with us. Come on, get in there.
Okay.
Start the dancing. Go. All right. If you could just stick around so we can call out our raffle winners. And again, thank you so much to your organization also for donating some swag. So, Avril, are we ready to spin that wheel?
We are ready, and let's just say thank you to all of the individuals who signed up and who registered today. We appreciate you. So thank you for being here. And we're going to go ahead and spin this wheel. So the first one that we're going to be seeing is the gift cards, right? The gift cards? Okay, great. So here we go.
Oh, I like this.
So our winner, boo boo boo, Shelly Cuttrell, you have just won a $25 Amazon gift card. So don't forget to sign up for Amazon Smiles, and that'll be coming to you within 1 to 2 weeks. If you haven't heard anything within 2 weeks, let us know, and we will make sure that that gets to you. So thank you, Shelly, for registering. We have three more times to spin a wheel for the next electronic gift card. Here we go. Yay! Boo boo boo! Andre Two Bears Rios, you're the winner of a $25 electronic gift card to Amazon. So don't forget to sign up for Amazon Smiles. Here comes our next winner. Robin Thundershield! Boo, boo, boo! Yes! Oh my gosh, Robin, I'm so glad that you won. Yay! Robin is an amazing person. Also, if you need any items such as PPE items, Robin can help you out as well. And he also runs a community talking circle through California Native Vote Project. So don't shout out to him and make sure that you contact him if you want that information. So here we go with our next person, and our winner is going to be winning a $25 gift card. Catherine Lee Rivera. You are the winner of a $25 Amazon gift card. Thank you so much for registering. Our last item is going to be for the UAII swag bag. Here we go. Sequoia Salas. Boo, boo, boo.
Yay!
Yay! You're the winner of a UAII swag bag. Thank you so much for everybody that registered. Thank you for everybody that watched the show. We're so happy to have you guys here. And just to let individuals that are watching know, Jackie and Jose will be back and bringing us great information. So once you register and you want information about COVID, put it in our registration so we can let them know. We're very much in communication with them, and we let them know what it is that you all are asking for. So please let us know so that we can let them know.
Absolutely. Again, thank you from the bottom of our heart and to the community. Thank you for all the great work that you're providing and resources and coming on and just sharing with us. So, and also for dancing with us. Hey, I see you. You got some moves. I see.
Awesome. Thank you. It's been a long time. So thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you.
Thank you again for having us.
Thank you for having us.
We had fun talking to you guys and talking to everyone here.
Yay. Awesome. We'll see you soon then. We'll see you next month.
Okay, see you next month.
Thank you.
Take
All
care.
right. Take care. Be safe.
All right, bye.
Bye.
April,
Wasn't
that
that
was
amazing?
yes, that was great information. And I was really reflecting when I was hearing them talk about the new restrictions and lifts, especially because I feel like there's constantly new information. So it's always nice to know if I need information, who I can contact, who I can get more clarification. So, what a great resource for the community.
Right? There's a lot of great information that can come from an organization or different organizations, and it's correct information, and it's information we know that community is wanting. So that's why it's so important when you do register to let us know what you're looking for, because we want to be able to help you all here and provide you that information that you're looking for. When just going back into the 2 years, year and a half that we've been doing this, a lot of the information that was listed was cultural information, cultural healing, cultural wellness. So that actually leads us into our next segment, which is something that we thought community healing needs to be talked about. So I know that in the comments, we're recognizing Shiros and heroes, but one of the other questions is, how are you keeping your guys' self um, well on a cultural level? How are you doing traditional things in your home? One of the things that we do is we open with prayer. Doing that on a regular for myself has been something that I have been doing more often and many more times during the day. Usually I like to dance and all this, but I get tired a lot easy because I'm on a healing journey. So how is it? Are you um, traditionally being well or not traditionally being well? The reason that we ask that is because we all want to share with each other different
Mhm.
stories. And I know Robin is going to talk right now about different skills and tips that we can use, but we want to also hear from you all what you all are doing.
Well, April, this is a conversation between me and you. So this is a co-presentation, but just really to have a talk. So again, how are we using? I love these type of forums or like kind of like these kind of shows and lives about how we're using culture as medicine, how we're using culture as a way of healing, especially to just manage whatever challenges are coming our way right now with COVID. We're still in a pandemic. There's a lot of different, you know, I remember in the beginning of the pandemic, there was a lot of like, I wish we can go back to normal. And a lot of community members really were talking about, well, that wasn't really healthy. So now that we're transitioning back and mandates are being lifted, I'm hearing this idea of like going back to normal again. And I've really been thinking about that. What have we learned from the last 2 years? So I really posed the question to the community. One is, how have you used culture as a form of healing or as wellness? April, I really appreciate you talking about prayer. I use prayer a lot as well. I always enjoy being in meetings with you or coming together in other spaces when we start in that way. It just helps me kind of like center myself, ground myself, and just kind of be like, okay, I'm present, I'm here, I'm ready to receive. Which a lot of the times we're in the busy going and coming back, and then there's no time to really kind of regulate and kind of come back to a sense of grounding. So I just really appreciate the opportunity to have a further discussion on how we're using culture as wellness and how we're using culture as healing as well.
Yeah, those are all great questions. I know, like when we did it last year, one of the things when we did Pukúu Wellness Hour last year, one of the things that we did was a online powwow, just so people can dance. Just so because people were missing that. During COVID. I mean, the world's opening back up again. There's been more powwows. And thank you to powwows.com, Paul at powwows.com. If you need to know where a powwow is or want to know where a powwow is, Paul at powwows.com, and just the whole staff at powwows.com can let you know. Also, if you are starting to host powwows, put it on their calendar. They have calendars and list of powwows throughout the whole Indian country. So to get that good medicine, sometimes people want to hear the drum. Sometimes people, want to put on their regalia. Just wearing earrings today. I had to go to the doctor, and like I said, I'm on a health journey, so I've been home a lot, and just putting on earrings and making my indigenous self exposed to everybody, because I'm usually what's the word? I'm usually when somebody meets me, they talk to me in Spanish because they don't know that I'm native. But today when I went to the doctor, the nurse was all like, "Are those earrings? Are those your earrings?" And I was like, "Yeah, let me shout out Araya Vasquez because she's the amazing individual who made these, and they're made out of dentalium shells." It's a time for me to educate an individual on what isn't the norm to be dressing or be recognized as a Native individual. So for myself, culture can happen in many ways, from saying ta'a, from saying hioho, from saying how matakiape, from saying wash day, using the small words that I know in my language on an everyday basis. I used to always tell my friends halu, which means wait. And people would say, "She halued me," but in a funny way. But utilizing and being able to learn the small things that can be carried on um, is what cultural wellness means to me. Practicing it in different ways, even from my water bottles, being able to share what I feel is important to me, and that's myself and my people and my ancestors. When we're in a time of not being well, sometimes those things get pushed back in the back of our minds, and we might be just worried about the the item at hand, whether it be your health, grief, or something else. A lot of the times, what's more important is at that time is whatever you're struggling with. But we can always remember to pray. We can always remember to um, journal. We can always remember to drink more water. I stopped drinking coffee, and it's already been 2 years. And I've increased my water intake. But when I was sick, I wasn't drinking a lot of water, but that's what I needed. So those are just some tips and things that I'd like to say.
Wow, April, that's really beautiful. I'm really hearing that you're taking care of your physical health, you're paying more attention to your spiritual, you're paying attention to your mental and your emotional health. And I think that's one of the things that we kind of forget when we're looking at wellness. We're looking at our balance. We're really looking at harmony. How are we feeling in the quadrants of the medicine wheel or the sacred hoop? How's our physical health? How's our mental health, our emotional? Also, like what makes us feel spiritually connected? So it sounds to me like as you're going through your, healing journey, as I've heard you say, is bringing these out. So I think those are really beautiful. But I really invite our relatives here to take a moment just to either share in the comments how you've used culture as healing. And I love that you're talking about water, because water has spirit, water has memory. One of the things that I like to do is just kind of offer a little thank you or gratitude and then drink the water. So it's nourishing my body. I don't do it all the time, but when I'm a little more intentional about, taking it in. So now we have this interconnectiveness of like where I'm utilizing a spiritual traditional component and connecting it to nourishing my body as well.
For a long time, I actually didn't drink water. I didn't like water. I would drink coffee, monsters. Um, I haven't drank soda in a long time, but I was drinking everything else, Starbucks, matcha, coffee, but I wasn't drinking water. But our body is made up of 70% of water. And, you know, we're talking about healing, we're talking about sheroes, we're talking about heroes, we're talking about different cultural things. And last night I heard somebody say something really was like, wow, our first home for everybody was in our mother's stomach. That was our first home. So being able to recognize every shero or hero or your mother, even if you didn't have a good relationship with them, you know, that person carried you for nine months. And, you know, whatever it is, whatever circumstances, everybody's are different. Um, that was our first real home. So that was our home, you know, where we grew, where we became, you know, this living being. We were a living being inside that, but just developing. So I like that you said, you know, water has spirit. We were born in water, you know, and we were carried in water. So for me now to be able to drink water, that's all I drink on a regular basis. Um, that's it's a good thing, and I take it slow
Mhm.
too. I do put different types of things in my water, like I like
Mhm.
Costco sells those electrolytes that you can put in your water. Also, you know, I've been dehydrated a lot, so um also there's the Pedialyte. It also comes in some things that you can put in your water. I use, and I learned this from my Shiro and my hero, Alton Naswood. Boo, boo, boo. Shout out to Alton. He has his own concoction that he made. He calls it a spa water, and it's lemon, cucumber, and mint. And also, I add a little bit of chia seeds to it. So you know, you got to do what you got to do to be healthy, and to keep that water intake. So there's a lot of different things from not only drinking water, but using other cultural things. I like what Joanne Ferguson says. She uses beadwork as healing and smudging and prayer. Um, that is amazing.
Yes, absolutely. And again, it goes back to how we're showing that our culture can bring us, support and healing, especially when we're building our resiliency through this pandemic. And again, we're not out of the pandemic yet. So thank you so much to Joanna Ferguson, always for the likes and, just supporting and also for commenting. And I'm wondering who else has more additional comments. I really appreciate. So just as I don't know, I mentioned it a couple of times, but, even with my position at Pukúu and Indigenous Circle of Wellness, I'm actually a student. And I'm an infant mental health specialist. And I love that you were talking about right now about being in the womb and the water. And it reminded me of the heartbeat and even of the heartbeat. And that is our first like sound that we hear and how regulating that is, that heartbeat. And I think that's one of the reasons why I love the drum so much. It's so soothing. So our singing our traditional songs always brings me much joy and healing and just kind of reminds me of that heartbeat and when we're in the womb. So thank you so much for mentioning that. It just brought a lot of joy and warmth to my heart as we're talking about culture as a way of healing. But I'm wondering if we have any other comments or how we're using any other elements as a way of healing.
Well, people put their comments, I know, and I've seen a lot of individuals doing art, doing music. I know individuals, I get TikToks sent to me. So TikToks, dancing and music. I actually, there's a program on Facebook that comes on every day at noon. And it's, oh my gosh, Native Wellness Institute. And they have a program every day for 12 to 1 Pacific Standard Time, and they talk a lot about culture. And they gave a free presentation or a free workshop, and I had went, and one of the um, one of the facilitators, her last name is Louie. I can't remember her first name, but it was a time, in the past couple of months I haven't been that well, but she said, "Get up, just get up, stand up." And I was standing up, and she put some music on, and she's all, "Let's dance." And she put music on, powwow music. And she said, "Just dance. If you can't dance, just step, turn around." And then she put her arm up, and she was all like, "Now, Lily," or scream, or, sometimes we just want to release all of that stuff. And when I released it, no joke, I started crying. I started crying because I haven't heard music, and I mean, I have heard music, but I haven't been to like a powwow ground in a long time. It's actually been really hard for me to get around and stuff, but to hear that, to be able to, for somebody to say that it's okay to cry, all of these tears just came down, just because there's so many sheroes and heroes that have helped me, and have believed in me, have supported me, have texted me or called me. And I appreciate that. And also, one of the things that I want to say, and I haven't been that good about it, is reaching out to individuals, and whether you pray for them in your own mind, but just call them or text them and say, "I prayed for you today. Have a great day." That's one small thing, and that can lift somebody's spirit up in quickly seconds.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So, in being mindful of things that we can do as culture, as wellness, I know in the past we've put up on our social media, different things that you can do around COVID, around wellness, what you could do in home, or even once you start feeling a little bit more comfortable going outdoors. I know a lot of people, I feel since the pandemic, we've been outdoors because we've been providing a lot of response to the community, being out in the community. But for some of our other relatives, they're barely starting or they're not ready yet, and that's okay. So I just want to start off with thank you so much for talking about the wellness and talking about that physical. And yes, thank you so much, Melissa. I have used water to heal my body and create a new reality and restore my being on a holistic level. I'm an enrolled Olga, and one of my businesses is called Bodies of Water. Shout out to this Shiro. Woo! I teach people about water within them and how to use it to heal themselves. I am a 3-time cancer survivor and was given this information for higher beings. I help others with floating water meditations and support in their process. We are water. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Melissa. That is beautiful. Thank you for sharing your medicine and just sharing what you use in your medicine toolkit. I love this so much. Yes. List your divine moment of creation and what are you doing? This is beautiful. Thank you so much. Keep the comments coming in. So on a physical level, we brought in Annalisa. Remember when she was doing the yoga for the chair for us? And that was really amazing. We brought on different presenters. We brought other people to talk about how to eat healthy foods and how to bring on different how we're nourishing our bodies, how to be more intentional in what we're putting in our body by what we're putting in our foods, how we're moving. And even when we don't have the mobility, we can just step or we can follow or just move along. I'm a tribal dancer, so I'm a Mexica Aztec dancer. And I always, when people ask me, why do you dance? I always say, I like to dance for our relatives who can't dance. And because the day is going to come where I'm not going to be able to do it. So I really try my best to be able to do it. So you have dancing, walking, going outdoors, putting your feet on the ground. That is also a physical act that can also support us, getting the sun, soaking sun into being in a window and just kind of letting the sun, just be with us and just take a deep breath. These are nice ways that we can, support our physical wellness. Emotional wellness, when we think about our emotional wellness, is being able to label our emotions. A lot of the times I feel like we don't have permission or we don't understand the rush of emotions we have, especially right now with the uneasiness, things start to feel calm and then they're uprooted, and there's just so much movement going along. So I think sometimes reflecting on what makes me feel good, what are some of the things that we can do to support our overall emotional wellness by labeling our emotions and really tending to things that make me feel good. So I'm curious, Avril, I'm hearing one of the things that really made you feel good was just hearing the music and being in community again. That really supported those emotions and the release of the emotions that you were experiencing at that time. So those are some great ways with the emotional to support our mental wellness. You know, what's supporting your thoughts? Again, me and April have talked about prayer. We've talked about how we put out those prayers to kind of center ourselves. So relatives, how are you supporting your thoughts? Is it by texting a friend, a relative? Hey, I just want to let you know I love you. I'm thinking about you. I send you well wishes. Sometimes things that support us and support our thoughts are also doing little rituals, things that center us, that ground us. And then, of course, our spiritual connection to others, to community. As you know, here, when we come together, the Pukúu Wellness Hour, we're having a community here. Not only are we bringing in other organizations, we're highlighting those amazing sheroes and heroes that are with us, but also finding out ways of when we come in community, we're activating this form of activation of a circle of medicine. And I love this term by Leah Denny, who is a shero to me. Shout out to Leah Denny. She's native Hawaiian, and she talks about community activated medicine. So that really resonates with me when I come into different spaces, because we're able to activate that medicine within us and share with one another. And then we start feeling like we're not alone in connecting. So thank you, Avril, for having this conversation with me and just talking a little bit and sharing, a little bit more information, again, by registering for our registration, seeing what kind of topics that you would like to see. We can bring on different guest speakers to talk about what you would like to see, how we would like to center wellness, and continue highlighting our sheroes and heroes this month.
I also want to thank you so much for all of that great information. One of the things also that I want to say is that I noticed that I know a lot of people, well, how do I say this? You said routine. One of the things also is saying, I love you to yourself in the mirror. I'm beautiful. I can do it. You know, a lot of the times you said about the thought process, and we can, in that thought process, make ourselves think less of what we really are. You know, I always say, um, positivity will get you far, but negativity will get you far too, but in a farther way that you don't necessarily want to be, or that it's hard to get out of. Depression, grief, people are going through all kinds of things, but how do we change that in our own selves? How do we say, you're going to get through this, you're going to be stronger, you're beautiful? And I know that if you do it on a regular 30 days, that's a way for you to continue to say it to yourselves. And once you start saying it to yourself, you're going to say it to other people as well.
Absolutely. And thank you, April. It's not just thinking your way out of things, right? I think it's really about just honoring our spaces and where we're at. And when we're able to come in community spaces like this, or even with the Native Wellness Institute and all the other, even with the COVID response team, the talking circles that have been going on throughout Indian country, I think that lets us support our resiliency and also, support how we can really be there for one another. But I really appreciate you talking about our thoughts. I was amazed when I found out that out of all the thoughts we have, like 90% of them are like really like negative thoughts, like where we're constantly putting ourselves down. So I think like even being able to like be in the mirror, creating little rituals. I'm talking about either smudging in the morning, smudging at night, like just creating a little bit of routine about how to honor yourself in your space. is what I was referring to. So thank you for that. But yeah, telling yourself in the mirror, you know, I'm beautiful, and you know, I'm wearing these beautiful earrings, and I'm wearing beautiful clothing, and just honoring where we're at. And some days we're not going to feel that way, and that's okay. Some days we're sprinting, we're marathoning, sometimes we're crawling, and that's okay too. But I think one of the things that I love about our community is that knowing that we're in community and knowing that we can lift one another up and provide that support to each other really helps us move forward. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about all the amazing sheroes and heroes that are just in our lives.
Yes, and also there's so many organizations out here in Los Angeles that want to support you, that want to help you, that are willing to, you know, say that you do matter. So it doesn't hurt to ask for help. I know a lot of us can be, myself included, be what's the word? Prideful and not asking for help. But if you do feel like you need help, you know, let somebody know. Um, Call 211 if you need mental health. You know, mental health is big right now. And also, I want to say thank you, Robin. Thank you to all the therapists that are listening, to all of these individuals that need help. Thank you to the nurses and the doctors and the nurses assistants, and you know, all of these people that are in the medical field, that are helping us to be safe. We also should be shouting out all kinds of different people in government, but you know, we we want to just make sure that whoever it is that you recognize, whoever it is that's your shiro or your hero, let them know, text them, tell them you love them. If they've passed, smudge and just say thank you to Creator, to your ancestors, to your friends, family, and community who have been there for you.
Absolutely. Thank you, April, for those, humbling comments. I'm deeply humbled and just grateful to always be in your presence. I'm wondering if in the chat, if we have people highlighting their sheroes and heroes. Let's highlight some of those community people that uplift our spirits, uplift our thoughts, uplift how we feel, making us feel connected to community and spirit. So I'm just wondering, who's in here, who's in the chat. I know a lot of the people being here, whether you're rewatching, you are a shiro and hero. We have I'm seeing some of the names and I'm like, oh yeah, you're really amazing. Oh my God, I look up to you. I know in the past when we've had a lot of guests, I'm like fangirling a lot. So, April, I know that we honored you. Pukúu had just recently honored you as one of our gala awardees, and for all that you work in the community. So, you're definitely a shiro in the community. So, thank you to that. And I'm wondering who else is out there with us? Who are our shiros who are with us? Please put them in the comment.
You all have some great individuals. Thank you. And thank you, by the way, of saying that. You all also have some great heroes at your tribe. You know, Pamela Villasenor, that's my girl. Like, she has done so much.
Yes.
And we used to do ICWA stuff together. Hopefully, in the future, we'll do ICWA stuff together. She just is such a baddie that's, she's doing so many great things. So, shout out to her. Cheryl Martin has been here from like the
Yes.
beginning. Like, Cheryl is always like thanking us and registering herself and her family. And shout out to Cheryl. There's a lot of individuals that um are local. Melinda Hale, Bertie Polskamp, Annette Venus.
Yes.
These are all
Woo!
great individuals that I personally know and will definitely, you know, have them and got their backs. And I'm just really thankful for you all here being here.
Mhm.
You guys are all sheroes and heroes in your own right. We're
Yes.
thankful that you can be here. We're thankful that you can listen to us. I know somebody in the comment mentioned that they didn't know that they had to register. You don't necessarily have to register, but if you do register, then that gives you the opportunity to tell us what it is that you want to hear, what it is that you like about us. And if you don't like something, I'm always about tell
Yep.
me what I'm doing wrong so that I can fix it. If I don't know,
Absolutely.
then I don't know. But
Absolutely.
just if you do register, we'll be back on March 23rd, which is Wednesday, and our old time we have a new time, so 5:30 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you register at PWH March 23rd, um, so that we can go ahead and get you registered and let us know, you know, um, what you want to see and what you'd like to see. So, Stephanie Barbosa,
Woo!
amazing,
Another hero in
amazing.
the community.
Yes. She has hers listed there. Wilma Mankiller, first female chief of the Cherokee Nation. Roseanne Archibald, Assembly of First Nations National Chief. Shannon Holsley, president of Stockbridge Munsee Band of Mohican Indians. Um,
Mhm.
I'm going to add somebody, Deb Holland, you know,
Yes.
Michelle Obama. All of these people don't
Woo!
necessarily have to be indigenous, but they mean something to us. Robin
Absolutely.
Thundershield, my Shiras are my mother, my sister, and my daughter. Thank you so
Oh,
much
that's
for sharing
beautiful.
that. Um,
Absolutely.
it's the future, the past, and the present that makes us stronger. And I'm just thankful for this time and making sure that we recognize each other's spirits. And please join us again on March 23rd when we will be back. We also just want to say thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I want to highlight a personal hero of mine who, saw something in me when I didn't see my light at 17 years old. Trini Rodriguez. Yes, she's a co-founder of Tia Chucha Centro Cultural. There's so many Shiros through Tia Chucha, so many Shiros through Indigenous Circle of Wellness, UEAI. Then we have the American Indian Counseling Center that we also have a lot of Shiros there too. And of course, through the I believe it's the Tucana Project. Tucana Project. Did I say that right, April?
I don't know what you're.
Yeah. I'm sorry for butchering your name. I hope I said it right. But they have a whole series of wellness circles. There's all these beautiful. I'm getting more exposed to different indigenous, authors, scholars that are out there. So many of the work that is being out there, and I can go on and list everyone else. But yes, we have a lot of Shiros in our families. One of my biggest Shiros that we have too in our community is our Monique Orozco. She's also Tesca, that we know her in the community. So I just want to give a shout out to her and everyone else in my Calpuli. But, we have so many Shiros that we can continue talking on. And April, I'm really hoping that we hear more from the community about their Shiros. Maybe we can put something out for the next time we meet. But with that being said, again, thank you so much for everyone being with here to us. Remember to wash your hands.
Wash your hands, stay emotionally safe, and emotionally close. Wear your mask. I know Pukúu, the COVID response said that the mandates are gonna take it off. But if you feel comfortable to still wear it, wear it. I still wear it even though I don't have COVID, but I want to protect myself on my healing journey. So I love the fact that we're recognizing people. Maybe if you want to send us, a picture of that person, we can highlight them, their name. To my, individuals, Donna, Inez, Songtree, I can name all kinds of people, Vivian, Jackie, Delilah, Lily, there's all kinds of people, Valerie, people in my inner circle. And, there's so many people that we can recognize. So please continue to recognize your Shiros and heroes for this month. Wash your hands, wear a mask, avoid crowds, stay physically distanced but emotionally close. Get tested if you have symptoms. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We will see you on the 23rd. Register, and thank you all for visiting with us.
Absolutely. We look forward to, maybe this is why we needed a whole month to do it, because we can keep going on, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Bye. Thank
Good
you.
night. We'll see you all.